I'm very excited to be joined now with NHL draft pick, MJHL champion, Warren Clark. Warren, thanks for doing this today.
Yeah, no worries, Dave. Good to be on the call with you.
You know, buddy, we got to start with obviously the big question. What was it like to hear your name selected at the NHL draft?
Yeah, it was obviously really shocking and a dream come true. I was sitting on the couch and I was watching the draft, and as the picks went by, I got a call from my advisor at pick 178, and he said he just got selected. He was at the draft, and the TV was a bit delayed, so then saw my name pop up, and yeah, it didn't feel real, but it was definitely a good feeling.
Were you able to share that experience with your family? Did you have a bunch of people around you?
No. So I was actually in St. Cloud when I got drafted, but my mom did FaceTime me pretty quickly right after it happened. So it was good to talk to her, and then my dad followed up as well. So
What was the response like from, former teammates or former people that, have helped get you to where you are today? I know you had a big outpouring of support.
yeah, it was awesome. I had teammates text me from Double A when I was 8 years old. I had past teammates from last year. It didn't matter when. So it was great to hear from all of them and show them that they were and show that see that they were still following me. So that was awesome too.
I know it was a bit of a whirlwind for you. You get selected, you have all these people reaching out to you. You didn't really have time to let it sink in. What happened after you were selected by the Tampa Bay Lightning?
Yeah, so I got selected, and then I got a call from the assistant GM there, and he said we're gonna get you on a flight here tomorrow to come down to Tampa. So it was basically I got selected, and then I was already heading down to Tampa for camp. So it was super fast turnaround, but it was super fun, and yeah, I was just trying to take it all in.
Because it was so quick, did you have time to get nervous, or was it just, okay, let's go. This is where I need to be. Let's play hockey?
Yeah, I wasn't too nervous really going into camp. It was more so just like take it for what it is. Like they drafted you for a reason, so you just gotta play your game and do the best you can. So yeah, I thought yeah, I was obviously a little bit nervous. It's a big deal, but yeah, it was super fun.
What was it like walking into a room with other top players selected in the draft or guys getting a look trying to find a way onto the NHL radar? What was that like walking into that experience?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we've worked all our lives for this, and we're all here to reach the same goal, which is to eventually play in the NHL. So we all share that in common, and we're all similar people. We love the game, and we embrace the grind. So it's good to be in a room with the people who are working just as hard as you, and to share those same interests.
What did you take away from Camp Warren? Was it stuff you needed to work on? Was it education off the ice? What did you take away from your development camp experience with Tampa Bay?
Yeah, it's just to be a sponge. Like you're only there for a short period of time, about 5 days. So you gotta take it for what it is, and make sure you're taking in all that information that you're getting from the skills coach, the trainers, the skating coaches, the GM, whatever, whoever's giving you that information. You just have to take it on the chin and try to utilize it as much as possible.
Warren, your name now goes on a list of MJHLers that are moving on and joining even the NHL ranks, but also professionally up and down all over the country. What's it like to be representing the Manitoba Junior Hockey League, now going on to that next level of NCAA Division One, but then going a step further? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's awesome. The MJHL can often be looked over, but I feel like it's very good. It's coming on, and I think people are starting to realize that it's a better league than most people think it is. So I think it's great to help it get some recognition as well, and carry on that pride of playing in the MJ.
Warren, take us back to when you started in the Manitoba Junior Hockey League. What did you know, if anything, about the league, and just take us through what it was like to be a member of the Steinbach Pistons this year.
Yeah, I didn't know a ton about the league. I knew it was pretty solid league, and they were starting to have more commits year after year. So that was definitely an exciting factor coming to Steinbach, and also that it's a very good program with great staff and a great head coach and Coach Paul there. Yeah, I couldn't say a bad thing about my experience in Steinbach. The town's great, the people are awesome, tons of support from the fans, and yeah, it was great to win a championship and see those the twenties get their win after what happened last year in the finals.
Clarky, it's not just what Steinbach was able to do for you, but you're playing against some real top talent. I think Trent Sambrook out of Winkler. You look at what a number of Portage players have been able to do, Verdon, so on down the list. You played against some really top talent, and I think it says a lot about the league, and it helps you as a player. It helps a lot of players grow, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's some very very good players that I can even learn from, or you take little bits of information, see, oh, this guy does this really well, maybe I can add that into my game. So yeah, like you said, watching some of those guys on the higher end teams or even the lower end teams, you see those younger guys. You see that they're going to be a good player in the future. So just learning stuff from them and yeah, having that competition around the league is really good.
The Manitoba Junior Hockey League really invests in their players, Warren, and they have certain events. You got to be a part of a number of them. What did it mean to have that opportunity to showcase your skills and to kind of work in a different atmosphere than what it is daily on an MJHL team?
Yeah, it was really good. They're ran very well, whether it's the SJ MJ showcase or it was the U18 MJ one. So they're ran very well. It's a great experience. You're around the best players in the league, so there's always that good competition there. So that was super fun as well.
What does it mean to the players that the league cares enough to host those events? And, it was nice to have the SJ come as well, but what does it mean to have that kind of platform to be able to perform?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's always great when the league shows that they care. They don't have to run these events for us, but they choose to showcase us and help us move on. So it's great to just be in a league where they care so much about the advancement of their players.
Warren, education is also big for Manitoba Junior Hockey League and teams. It's not just about producing hockey players, it's about giving players the best chance at the brightest future possible. Again,
Yeah.
just what's your experience like with that, and what does it mean that the league and teams are so high when it comes to education?
Yeah, I mean it's awesome. We have educational people helping us out, whether it's we want to take part-time classes before we go to NCAA. If you're a WHL guy, you can have that education piece as well to help you with pretty much anything. And then also from the hockey standpoint, it helps you earn a scholarship. I mean, it's an honor and it's a privilege to get a scholarship to any school, whether it's a Canadian school, American school, wherever. So that helps out a ton as well.
Warren, the MJHL is becoming a destination for players like yourself coming out of the province looking for a top tier junior A hockey league to play in. What was it like moving provinces, and what can you say for younger players that are maybe looking to make the jump like you did?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was a pretty easy jump. It felt similar to home almost, but my billets did an amazing job making me feel welcomed, and that was definitely a super easy part on helping me transition to Manitoba, as well as the town and also my teammates. I had a great team this year. Everyone was great. So yeah, that helped as well.
Warren, you got to go on that run with the Steinbach Pistons that culminated in a championship in the last ever game at the TG Smith Center. What do you remember about that time, and do you appreciate just how big of a moment that was for the city of Steinbach?
Yeah, it was honestly crazy. It was great to go out with a bang. The rink got destroyed about a couple of days after we won the championship, so that was pretty crazy. But yeah, it was a great atmosphere, super loud, and I think the fans were just as excited as us to win that. So that was awesome.
We got to go on to the national championships held in Portage. The Manitoba Junior Hockey League did a great job helping out with that. But what was that experience like for you, and how is that going to help you going into next year with St. Cloud?
Yeah, it was great. You got to match up against the best competition in the country, so that kind of gives you a look at what the next levels are like and the players that are going to be there. So that was definitely a really cool experience. Spending that week down there in Portage and seeing that competition.
You're going to be joining another former Piston in St. Cloud in Jack Rogers. Have you been able to have a chat with him and get a lay of the land and maybe reminisce about times in Steinbach?
Yeah, he's a great guy, and I actually got to spend a couple weeks with him when I went up to St. Cloud in June. So yeah, he's a really good guy, and I think yeah he's gonna be one of my good buddies in the near future.
Or, and again, we talked about a long list of players from the MJ moving on, but a long list are in the NCAA and will be playing with and against you. Do you almost feel like it's a brotherhood with those guys who know what the MJ grind is like, from the bus rides to the cold rinks to those long, hard practices? Do you think there's a brotherhood that's forming and the NCAA is appreciating more what the MJHL can bring?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's always cool playing against the alumni or with them in your previous league, and I feel like there's like a little bit of a competition too. It's like we're both coming from the same league. Like let's get to work here, and yeah, we definitely appreciate how grand the next leagues are.
Warren, I know that you'll always stay humble to your roots, whether it was with Chatham, who gave you an opportunity, then Steinbach in the MJHL. Just take us through what those roots are going to mean to you and how you're going to look back at your time growing up through the game of hockey and what your time in the MJHL meant.
Yeah, I'll definitely always appreciate what Steinbach offered to me and helped me accomplish. And yeah, I would love to come back. I'm hoping to come back in Christmas and see everyone and then visit for a little bit. So yeah, I'll definitely be back soon.
Warren, will wrap up with this for other players who are now going to want to play and be like Warren Clark and make it, to the NHL draft one day and want to use the MJHL as a launching pad. Why is the MJHL a place players can come and then find success? What makes it such a good league?
Yeah, like I said before, it's really picking up now, and many teams that weren't looking at the MJ before are starting to come now, and the leagues run really great. Like you said, they're running these showcases and running these mixing with the SJ and stuff like that, which is really helping a lot of scouting. And yeah, it's giving the players the opportunity to go play in the NCAA or get drafted the NHL or go to camps, whatever it is. So yeah, it's definitely a very very good league to help you move on to the next level.
All players want is a chance to showcase themselves, right?
Yep, exactly. You just gotta bring your best work ethic every single day, and yeah, your chance will come.
Congratulations on all the success so far, Warren. But I know you're the first to say the hard work has really just begun. I hope you enjoy the rest of summer and have a great time heading up to St. Cloud and beyond. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you so much, Dave. Have a good one.